Parents know things. And I know this because when I speak to parents, they say really wise things like, the child needs to make a mistake in order to learn. And I fully agree with that. That's what we see every day. But then I think to myself, surely as adults, we should be able to see the mistake up ahead of time and step over it, not make that mistake ourselves. Surely that's wisdom, when you can avoid making the same mistake twice. And that's why I want to go back to my previous video showing the price of food going through the roof while wages are coming down, so people have got less money to spend, but the things they're buying are much more expensive. Equals they're going to have to buy less and less. For instance, I have some coffee here. Now, this is the stuff I used to buy, Colombian Arabica. Now, I'm not a big coffee buff, but this is the stuff that I used to buy. This used to be cheaper than this one here now costs, even though it's the poshest, nicest coffee you can get. So if you think about it, now this one here, the price of that is what this one here costs, but this is the cheapest, nastiest, freeze-dried rubbish coffee, right? And even this one is going to go up in price. So people don't realise they're buying less of the same thing, they're buying a less good, a lowered quality thing, and they're paying more for it. And we haven't even started to hit the tough times yet, and that's just coffee, that's a luxury. Take something like hygiene products, right? Think about this, Buscopan, medicine for when you're sick, you've got sickness or you've got a tummy ache. This is twice what it costs 5 months ago. It's doubled in price in 5 months, less than half a year. And these biodegradable wet wipes, you can't even buy these anymore. Well, that's not quite true. You can buy this exact thing, but instead of having 400 wipes in it, it's now got 100 wipes in it. It's no longer biodegradable, and it costs twice as much. So, you're an intelligent person, I don't need to explain to you, if you're getting a quarter of the product for twice the money, then it's 8 times more expensive. Plus the fact it's no longer biodegradable, it means the quality has gone down. What about these? Toilet rolls. These are the most expensive things that you'll buy at the moment, toilet rolls. No one thinks of that. If you had no toilet roll in your life, you would suffer immensely. This is a toilet roll from a year ago. I bought this packet a year ago and stored it up. If I buy these same toilet rolls now, the price has gone up, yes, but what you'll find is when you look at them side by side, the hole in the middle is bigger, and the circumference, the amount of toilet rolls you get, is less. So it's literally half for double the money. Now you can see a trend developing here. Things are costing nearly twice as much while getting half the product. Not to say anything of the quality dropping. Then you have things like this. Elf Bar vape machines. Now these are very, very popular at the moment, especially with us who have quit smoking. Imagine how much these are going to cost next year. These are already expensive. The reason I buy these in packs of 10 is because I don't like paying £7 for one vape stick, which is going to last me a day or maybe 2 days. So I buy 20, 30 of them at once. But even buying them in packs of 10 now, you get no discount. The previous years you'd get a 30 to 40% discount for bulk buying. You don't get that anymore. And then the main thing that I wanted to bring to your attention is basic rations. Sorry for the rustling. These mild curry flavour noodles. These used to cost 17 pence each, right? So you could buy a pallet of these for £10.70 with 100 packs in. These are no longer on sale. You can't buy these at all. So if you want to eat these, you have to instead buy these, which you might say, well, they're slightly nicer quality, they're better, there's more in there. But these cost £1.40 for one. Bearing in mind, 10 of those was £1, you could get 10 of those for £1.70. One of these is £1.40, and you can't buy these in pallets, you have to buy one at a time. So if I bought 100 of these, it's £170. Whereas 100 of those was £17. And it's the same with these, rice. You can't buy Basics rice anymore. You have to buy Uncle Ben's, which is like, nearly 10 times more expensive. And finally, we have bandages. Now, a lot of people don't understand the value of having a bandage. But if you think about it, when you hurt yourself, if you can't get antibiotics, which you can no longer buy, you have to have prescribed, and the doctors are reluctant to prescribe them, if you can't get those, if you don't have antiseptic, which as we've seen has gone up in price, you're going to be relying a lot on bandages. Now, bandages are linked to the price of cloth and cotton and oils. These things come from the Middle East. So I'm sure I don't need to explain to you, when those things stop coming in, because the Middle East won't be able to send them anymore in March next year, how much do you think the price of those will go up? So in conclusion, dear ladies, gents and Pikachus, please take what I'm saying to heart. Stock up on these things now, not just food, not just medical supplies, soap, antiseptic, bike repair kits, petrol, anything that you think you'll need, sleeping bags. Not like you're going to be sleeping outside, but if you have no heating, if you switch off your heating, your bed isn't going to be quite as warm as you are used to. So if you put a sleeping bag in your bed, you don't therefore need to use heating. And I think people need to start doing this kind of creative purchasing plans, really putting in mind to how you are going to avoid the drop in standards, quality standards, and the drop in comfort that you are going to suffer if you can't pay these accelerated prices. And let me tell you, nobody wants to pay 12 times for the same thing. Like what I showed you with the basic food rations. I can't afford to buy boxes of 100 packs of noodles now. I buy one at a time. So it's a good job for me that I've already got several boxes in there, which I bought when it was cheap. And that's what I'm saying to you now. Buy things now, because shortly, i.e. in the next 3 to 6 months, we're going to see the prices of things rocket, and supply is going to come down, and we don't know when that's going to end, or whether it will get worse. It'll probably get worse. So that's the end of this video. Really think through what I'm saying, make your plans now, don't panic. Let your friends and neighbours know that they should be doing the same, and you have to support each other. Because when the shit hits the fan, it's every dog for himself, and people are going to be out to steal those things. Like, I know people are going to try and steal things off me. They're going to case my flat from outside on the road, and they're going to try and get in. So I've had to make allowances for security and let my neighbours know if I need their help to call them, and I will offer them the same thing. And that's the kind of thing, even though it seems ridiculous now, in 6 months' time you're going to wish you had done now. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. The shrewd among you will have noticed in my list last time at the top was tools and fixtures. Now, obviously you're not allowed to buy weapons, and I would never encourage you to do so, but you can buy tools and fixtures. Just a thought.